Good Sunday afternoon, dear ladies and gentlemen. Today we are dealing with the topic time management during the ESL lesson, some of the tricks. So first of all, if the motto for the average restaurant is about three L's: location, location, and location. In lessons, there are three P's: preparation, preparation, and preparation. So what do I mean by that? First of all, it's not just about you need to prepare your lessons in the nice way. First of all, prepare better than it's needed. So to be an outstanding teacher, you should be just 5% better than everybody else, and after that, you have very good overload with lessons, etc., etc. So look how the best people in the industry are doing that, and go and do quite the same, but just maybe from different angle to be a bit unique or to be better in general. First of all, let's look on what really good teachers do with time during their ESL classes. First of all, they know how much every task takes, so they know how much every goal takes them in time, so they are very good at making estimations, be it the general proficiency, be it the development of every particular student or the group in general, and the time estimations for every and each task. So it might sound a bit hard to do during the first last years of teaching. However, after that, you understand how much everything takes. For example, I have a couple of algorithms that now I use to provide good time management, because the lesson is like wave. You have some peaks, or like mountain, the same. So we have some peak when the students are at their best, but also you have some fall downs when they cannot perform so nice, and you need to be floating on that waves in the correct time, and not try to fight it, because it just doesn't make sense. By the way, using a stopwatch makes a huge sense, and I really recommend you to do that. Why? Because if you just check the time with the usual clock on the wall, you might be a bit distracted because you don't see the seconds, first of all. Thirdly, until the end of the task, you might forget when exactly the task started, and a lot of other things if you don't write it down, and usually teachers don't. So using a stopwatch, be it online or just on your iPad or phone, really saves the game. So for example, now after months of using a stopwatch for every task, I understood that, for example, good speaking is about 8 minutes. If you have, let's say, 10 questions, earlier I used 15, so actually I wasted 7 minutes, because they were not rushing to do everything with the correct time. That's why now, for example, I have 2 discussion sessions for 10 minutes, so 20 minutes overall, and it makes perfect sense. And we do not throw a lot of time to discussion. However, 20 questions are discussed during the lesson. It's very good, I think. So using the stopwatch for every and each exercise gives you an opportunity to avoid unnecessary silence, unnecessary time when not all the group is included. For example, when the first 2 groups out of 5, I mean mini groups, of course, yeah, they have already finished, I just stop the exercise, so everybody else should hurry up, should speed up, because, well, we are the threshold is high, and everybody should at least try to manage it. Of course, if you are a reasonable teacher, and if you are a responsible teacher, you are doing that, you are making these time estimations, but hopefully that you are also trying to reach them, try to follow them. I'd had these issues for years, and I have not had the right maybe time management in this case, because everything that I did was about making some time estimations, then breaking it. But now when I follow all these things, it works. Of course, there can be some distractors that can try to make your time management weaker, and let's look what is it. So first of all, the emotional state of the students. So they can be sad, they can be unfortunately a bit depressed, for example, during the autumn because of family issues or other things, so they will not be able to work so good. That's why you need to also always to pair them in that case, in order one student to a bit hurry up another, or just not give students who are doing everything very fast to work a lot in the same Zoom room or just in the same mini group. Other things about tired people: don't get to tired people together. They should be, exchanging energy with more energetic people. Distractor. The second can be your tiredness as well. So be prepared for that, because you need to be better prepared for times when you can be, let's say, tired, and you cannot have enough opportunity, effort, and cannot have enough will actually to be very, very productive, for example during Sunday or during Friday evenings, as it usually happens with us. And some people say that you also need to prepare a series of lessons, not just one lesson, so that would be easier for you, right? Yeah. Thirdly, that before you plan the whole course, you need to understand how many percent of time you will be dedicating what, where is speaking, where is writing, etc., etc. So actually, maybe it makes sense just to collect all the time that will be spent on this course, like thousands of minutes, right? And then to divide how many hundreds of minutes will be dedicated to that, to that, to that, and then you're going to show it to your students so that they will believe that actually, if they attended the lessons, everything would be covered, right? To add, what helped me personally with the time management during the lessons is music. Yes, you have heard everything correctly. Music is about notes and rhythm, so you might not use the skills of producing the right notes, but using correct rhythm, yes, because music is about making very, small adjustments of time on the correct place. Because um, if you don't adjust to other musicians, the music will not make a lot of sense. That's why it develops your sense of rhythm, and I really recommend you doing that. Well, you can try it yourself. Of course, some people do drums, that's the best, but choose what you like, because playing the violin is also about rhythm. So when you do that for when you are doing that for already some month, you will be able to see that the results are quite good. So today I have given you tips on how to improve your time management during an ESL lesson. Subscribe and see you in the next video. Goodbye.